Do you guys remember that scene from the Simpsons movie?
Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does.
What is going on, Draw 2 crew? Ramny here with a brand new drawing tutorial for you guys, and today we are going back to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and we are going to draw Spider-Ham from that movie. Real quick, you guys, on this channel I make a lot of step-by-step drawing tutorials of your favorite characters, so if you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, make sure to hit that notification bell as well, and don't forget to like this video. I never thought I'd get to see Spider-Ham in a movie. He was this like super obscure character from like a joke story from a while back, and he's grown in popularity, and here we are, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and he's one of the main characters. Like, what? As of recording this video, the movie hasn't come out yet, and what I really like about it is there's like different types of animation that goes along with each character, and Spider-Ham seems to have like the Looney Tunes type of animation that goes with him. So I'm very excited to see how that goes along with the rest of the Spider-Men. Alright you guys, so before you start, be sure to read the description of this video. Down there, you'll find a list of my drawing tools, some tips to succeed in your drawing as you're following this tutorial, how to make tutorial suggestions if you have any, and best of all, a link to a free coloring page that is based on this tutorial. And having said all of that, grab your drawing tools, let's get right to drawing Spider-Ham. Hey you guys, let's get started with our Spider-Ham tutorial. I've got my paper now in portrait mode. We're going to be drawing him full body. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a circle kind of right in the center of my page here, a little bit higher up at the top, okay? And I'm going to draw my circle about this big right here. Okay, so of course we start off with a circle because that's going to be for the head. And now we are going to kind of round out like the bottom part of the face. So first, make it look like a ball by drawing this curve. So he's going to be facing this way. And right here is where I'm going to draw a chin. And from here, imagine like Bugs Bunny characters, they tend to have like this wider bottom of the face. So I'm going to draw these two curves here, and then I'm going to bring it down to that chin like that. Okay, so there's our basic Spider-Ham shape. Now, I'm actually going to draw like this teardrop shape, and it's going to cover pretty much, well, first let's draw a line from here. I'm going to bring it to a point right around here. Okay, so let me zoom in on that so you guys can see a little bit better. But yeah, found a point here and a point right here. Make them meet. Okay, and then right here, I'm going to draw a line going like this, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the snout of the pig, and I'm going to bring it from this point to this level right here, and then I'm going to create like this sideways teardrop, if you guys can understand what I mean. It's kind of slanted, so from here now like this. So this is what I mean by a sideways teardrop shape. Okay, there you go, and that's going to be for the snout for Spider-Ham. Let me erase this a little bit and just round it up a little bit more. There you go. There. Okay, and then we'll worry about the rest of it later on. We'll worry about the ears a little bit later on. Let's go ahead and zoom out slightly and kind of start working on the body. Okay, and then the body, I'm going to start right here and kind of off the tip of the cheek here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw like this. This kind of goes straight down, and this kind of slants to the right slightly. Okay, and about this height, what I'm going to do is I'm going to also measure out about the same, maybe a little bit bigger from here to here and here to here. Okay, there's our body right there for our Spider-Ham. Okay, right here is going to be where the shoulder is, and the other one, the shoulder is going to be covered. So right here, kind of before it reaches like the cheek side of the cheek here, it sort of goes up. So that's going to be for the arm. Okay, good. Let's kind of figure out where this arm is going to go first. And what I'm going to kind of do, let me just erase that slightly, and let me just make sure that it is within frame of our video. There you go. There it is. I'm going to bring this from here. I'm going to bring it closer so that, you know, I've got the arm kind of narrowing here and then gets wide again. Okay, so right around here, you sort of want that bicep to be. And then here's kind of where the elbow is. And then it starts to get wide. Okay, just like that. And then from here across and then down. Okay, Spider Ham only has 4 fingers, and one of them is the thumb, which comes out this way. The pinky, middle, or sorry, the index. I'm gonna make my thumb a little bit bigger. And then the middle is right here. And you notice that there's a slight lean to the left on all these, all my fingers here. There you go. Good. Not too hard. Now let's work on kind of starting to shape out where the legs are going to be. Okay, so right around here, I'm going to draw this, just the shoulder and the arm kind of going down. He's going to have his arm down. But right here, this is actually what I want. This is where I want the knee to be. Okay, so that's where I want that curve for the kneecap. Okay, so imagine this goes this way. So now he's got his thigh from here, kind of going towards the tip of this curve here. Okay, let me fix that slightly. It's going to go like this. And then I'm going to extend it because he does have his other foot, his left foot is going to be down and this one is going to be curved upwards. Okay, so here we go. And of course this is going to be covered by the arm, so I'm not too worried about it. There you go. Now, right here I'm going to kind of draw the butt, the pork butt, I guess you could say. And then here is going to be the thigh. So you guys can see now that he's got his legs spread. Okay, let me draw the center of that body, and I'm going to go from the neck, or lack thereof, and then the crotch part is going to be right around here. Okay, now this right here, I'm going to draw a line from here to here, and then this goes from here to the side like that. That's of course for the red part of the costume. Most of the Spider-Men kind of have this same motif right here. Okay, and this goes this way, and this goes from here to the cheek here, and then goes up the side like this. Okay, so it sort of goes further. Let me just erase those lines here, and then I'm just going to curve it like that. And of course right here I do the same thing from from here where it goes to the shoulder. This goes down, and then this one is very narrow because it is curling, I guess. So it sort of comes to a point here, whereas this does not. And then I drew like the waist over here as well, so it gets narrow and then gets wide again. Okay, there you go. Now let's figure out where the arm is going to go. So now the arm, we kind of have it figured out. This is where we want the fist to be, just beneath his body here. Let me just bring this up slightly. There you are. So the fist is going to be right here. Let me draw a line like this, and then down, and then across. And then now what you want to do is you want to create like this curve, shoulder first, and then from there, this goes down to there. Okay, and this one we got a little bit of a bicep, and then it gets wider and it goes that way. So if I erase this now, you can see we have an arm right there. Okay, so now curve like this. Okay, over here goes like this. Let me draw this, just a slight line from here to here. I'm going to actually go back over here and I'm going to start working on forming the, what do you call it? This is the lower leg, and I'm going to curve it, kind of going down a little bit lower than the hand here, about that much down. So just curving it like this. So that's how you do it. Now this one sort of goes like this, but it actually gets wider as you go down. So narrow here, and it gets wider. So it actually goes this way. Okay. Now right here, I'm going to draw like this. Another. It looks like a. I don't know how you describe it. It's like a teardrop, I guess, on its lying on its back. So it looks like this. Okay, but that much. Okay, so this kind of goes halfway down. So when you draw this, you kind of want to make sure that if you draw this line, that would be the center. This right here would be similar to this size here. Okay, there you go. And then for the bottom of the foot, I'm actually going to, ooh, didn't mean to do that. Let me just erase this. There you go. Draw a line like this, and then a curve like that. So that's sort of shows the what do you call it, the ball of the feet. That's what those are. Okay, there you go. Okay, and then for the for this leg right here, let me zoom out so you can see the whole thing. Okay, so here's the knee. This goes down slightly, and then it goes wider, right? So you want to keep going this way. You want to keep going in that direction. So that goes there up to here. This goes down slightly, and then it goes wide, and then it kind of goes there. Okay, I'm going to close that off. This is like the ankle part, and then I'm going to draw the foot part, and this is a curve like this, and then curves inward like this. So there's the foot, here's the ankle, and there is our spider ham. Now that is the gist of our drawing, but we're not done yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a brand new pencil, a sharp one, and I'm going to zoom in and let's start working on those details, you guys. And whoa, excuse me. Here you go. I'm just grabbing my pencil here, or sorry, my eraser. I'm going to zoom in and work on the face first. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to erase this part right here, just the stuff that would overlap. Okay, so the lower part of that circle, this line going down, this right here, I'm going to erase. And so you're left with this shape right here. Okay, I left this because I do want to sort of pay attention to where the center of our face is going to be. Okay, and I guess I could also draw it down here as well. Okay, so now I'm going to draw the ears. The ears are simple, narrow, gets wide. I'm going to curve it a little bit like this, just like that. Okay, and then this one starts here. I'm going to make it a little shorter and curvier, so that's a curve right there. And then there's a curve there, flat at the top. There's our spider ham ears. I'm going to extend this further from this, further than the center, and then I'm going to bring this in as well. I'm going to make it go narrower like this, so you guys can see how it sort of gets narrower as you go. And I'm going to leave it to just about there, and I'm going to draw this just like that. Okay, above that is where we're going to draw the eyes. Point here, and then over here I'm going to draw a point as well. Curve up like this. It's got a little curl right there as well. Okay, bring this. There you go. Curving downwards. Nice smooth curve like that. Okay, and then the other side. Do the same thing, but this way. Goes that way. There you go. All right. I'm going to adjust this slightly. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger and a little bit closer to the nose. Just a very, very small amount of adjustments. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on the inside. So I'm going to outline on the inside as well. And then you guys could go ahead and shade that in. So you got the eye outline. Okay, and then we do the same thing on this side. This outline like this, but not the bottom part. There. So looking good so far. Now the cool thing about Spider Ham is he's actually got two spider-like faces. So the nose part is also going to be like a Spider-Man face. So I'm going to draw a line going down the center of it. I'm going to draw a circle here. And then this one just goes up, up, curve, curve on each side of that nose. And then I'm going to darken the outlines, make them thicker so that you have that similar Spider-Man eyes. So it looks like that. Okay, that's good. Let me erase this part here because the bottom part of Spider-Man's mask goes like that instead. Okay, and then from here, line going this way, like that. And then same thing here and here, across as well. Okay, and then let's start working on the webbing, you guys. So the webbing always curves towards like a center point, and this is the center point, and you want the webbing to curve like this curve right here points towards that center point there. So you want to keep that in mind as you follow along. Okay. Okay, on the sides of the snout, it's pretty much just outlines like this. 1, 2, 3, and then fourth one there. So there's our snout. I'm going to draw the mouth, and it sort of goes from here flat like that. Okay, here's a bit of a cheek right there, and right here as well. There's that dimple, I guess, where the mouth ends up. There you go. And there, bit of a double chin happening right here. Okay, right here, I'm going to draw that circle, and that's going to be the focal point of like all the what do you call it, the webbing on the face as well. So that goes there. 2 lines on each side. Okay, I'm going to fix that center line so that it's thin. Okay, goes out this way as well. And then from here, imagine a line going across like this. Okay, now this one starts here. That goes like that. Okay, this goes this way. And then let me erase this line here, because what I want to do is I want to draw 2 lines going this way and this way instead. So there you go. There's that, and then we'll start the webbing. I like to start between the eyes. And then you just keep going, and then keeping in mind that you're drawing like the webbing around this focal point right there, right? Okay, and the webbing also goes over the mouth. There you go. So again, you guys, the webbing takes some practice, so feel free to pause the video if you need, so that you guys can, practice your webbing, make sure that you got it right. So there's our face right there. And I don't think there's any patterns or anything on the ears, so I'm going to leave it. Now let's zoom out. Well, I guess we don't need to zoom out. We can zoom in a little bit more. Let's work on the torso. Okay, before I do the webbing on the torso, I'm going to draw that center line. I'm going to erase this here. There you go. And what I want to do is draw the spider first. So one there, and then down here. So it's 2 segments. The lower part is bigger than the top. Okay, and then 1, 2, 1, 2. They're essentially curves. And then same thing here. 1, 2, 1, 2. There's our spider logo from the neck now. Bring it down, just like that. Bring this down, like that. Okay, more here and here. This goes like that. One here, and one over here. Okay, so now let's continue on with our webbing. Feel free to draw over that spider. There we go. Over the shoulder. There you go. Stripes going down like that. Same thing here. Okay, that's it. So we've got our webbing on the body, not too hard. Let's work on the hands. I'm going to start with this hand right here. So let me just move my paper Okay, from here, line going towards the the knuckles, or in between the fingers here, like that, and then one more over here. Okay, and then just continue the webbing, and you notice that the webbing is curved because the webbing does show depth. So you want to make sure that you got the webbing in the right spots and drawn in the right curves so that it shows like a three-dimensionality to it. Okay, and then the fingers are going to be just rings around like this. There. Okay. Other hand, and then we're going to draw the spider web as well. Okay, just a line right here. Okay, this is going to be one finger, two fingers, third finger. Again, he's only got three fingers right there, and here's the thumb. Nothing to it, you guys. That's all it takes. Okay, this goes down to this knuckle. From here, go to this knuckle right here, or right in between the two knuckles. Okay, and then right here, bring that like that. Okay, again, just like that. Again, you guys, like I said, there's really nothing to it. Now, zooming out, that's what it looks like. And now what I want to do, and you guys could use a ruler for this. I don't have my ruler handy. I'm supposed to have my ruler right here, but I don't. But from here, I'm going to draw like a line going past the nose here, about that far from the nose. So I'm just going to draw from here, straight line going this way, up like that. Okay, and then go back over here. I'm going to give it a little bit more depth. So that's what that looks like right there. So you notice it gets narrower as you go, and that's completely fine. And then coming out of this side of the hand now, comes out like this, and just, there you go. And then I'm just going to double up on those. There you go. So we've got our spider swing, or webbing. Okay, the webbing, you could rough it out. I don't like to have my webbing straight. I like to have a little bit of texture by drawing them roughly. I'm going to draw a line going down the middle as well, so to give it that, you know, so that it looks like several strands of webbing, you know what I mean? Okay, so that goes to the finger. And then if you guys want, you can have like these strands of webbing that kind of has come undone and loops around, kind of like that. Let me zoom in so you guys can see a little bit better. Not too much, but just a little bit of webbing, kind of just spiraling around the actual, like the straight webbing. There you go, and you can add as much of that as you want. Todd McFarlane was the one who really popularized this, like what you call spaghetti webbing. Yeah, there you go. So there's the webbing, you guys, or the actual spider web. Okay, almost done. Let's work on this part right here now. The boot, nothing to it, just a line going across like that. Okay, and then from here, this goes down, here, down like that. Then right here, I'm going to draw this line like this, and then a line going to that line. Oh, also it spreads out like this. Okay, there you go. So now let's do the webbing. There you go. And then, of course, last but not least, the webbing on this foot. Here's the top of the boot there. I'm going to start with the center. 1, 2, 3. There you go, you guys. I think we are done. So, zooming out now. There we have it, you guys. That is Spider Ham. from the comics as well as the upcoming movie Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is a more cartoon version. Looks more like a Looney Tunes cartoon in the movie. So anyway, there's Spider-Ham, really obscure but super cool character from the Spider-Verse. I hope you guys like this tutorial, and I'll catch you in my next one. Take care. And that is all the time that we have today. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the very end of this video. I hope your drawings turned out great. If they did, I would love to see them. So please head on over to the Google Plus community, post your artwork there for people to enjoy, or post it on Instagram and tag me at draw2 so that I can see your artwork. If you are curious about the equipment that I use to make my videos or to do my tutorials, I have a list of that in the description of this video, so make sure to check that out there. I have a list of pencils that I use, camera equipment, erasers, colors, and all that stuff. So definitely check it out if you are interested. If you guys did enjoy this tutorial, it would help me a great deal if you, number one, like this video, commented down below, shared this with your friends in social media, and of course, subscribe. All of that in the description of this video. Make sure to check that out. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, Google+, and most importantly on my website draw2.com, where you can download a free coloring page of this tutorial right here. Links again in the description, so always make sure to read that description, you guys. And once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I will catch you in the next one, and till then, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. Take care.